Hello and welcome back to another one, and in celebration of MMLP at 20, Eminem dropped a number on social media that fans can text, and that has caused a bit of drama on social media, which we will get to later on in the video, including the topics in the title, so stick around. If this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll start with a topic that I covered on this channel weeks ago that's just finally hitting MSM outlet Genius, and this was about Kanye West praising Eminem as a top 5 all-time producer in the past, and also a story about how Kanye West at one point tried to steal Eminem's drum kits without asking. Those of you who've been following this channel have known for weeks, but word finally hit Genius, and many users on Twitter are finally getting to see this story, since their coverage is far beyond that of this channel, and the reactions so far are quite entertaining, especially if you've witnessed how Eminem is constantly dragged on Twitter by many who adore Kanye West. Makes you wonder what happened to praising an artist without calling another legend trash. Of course, the arguments were bound to erupt, one user states. Yeah, fans hate to admit it, lol, which gets this reply, I don't. Still don't mean I'm a better producer. And it doesn't take long before we get a common narrative after a user states, Eminem is a legend, no one can say he isn't, which gets, yeah, but his career is over, but he doesn't want to admit it. I find this kind of tweets hilarious these days because at first I believe it's sarcasm until I read the thread further to discover that the users are actually serious with their claims as they defend their point. And this is what I call getting hooked up on opioids with an H, the hope that Eminem will fall off, which is yet to happen over 20 years and counting. And his latest album generally received positive reviews and is in fact the global leader for hip-hop releases so far in 2020. One comment that got me thinking was this one: Eminem's self-produced song is bigger than any of Kanye's. At first I was like, nah, but this statement right here is actually objectively correct. Take Lose Yourself for instance. Produced by Eminem, is pretty much one of the most recognizable hip-hop songs of all time on a global scale, when Diamond in the United States peaked at #1 where it remained for 12 consecutive weeks and hit #1 in 19 countries. And here are some replies to this tweet: you messed up, you're cringe. And I don't see how a factual statement is cringe, but there's more. But is it better? No. Another one: M-Stan is delusional. And if you remember, Crooker said this about Eminem's production.
Rappers who make beats, top 5. And I'm like, yo, you gotta put him in there. You know what I'm saying? And then some of them don't even realize how many songs that you have produced, you know what I mean?
And going through the thread, it's obvious that most people aren't aware of Eminem's prowess as a producer, which is why many users resorted to calling fans delusional or cringe for pointing out facts. One more before we head to the next topic at hand. Eminem pretty much produced The Eminem Show, an album that's only one of 2 hip-hop albums to top 30 million worldwide. A certified classic at that, but hey, M is literally one of the worst producers of all time, y'all are tripping. The Eminem Show turns 18 today, finally legal to drink in countries like the United Kingdom. And in this time, it has moved over 31.8 million copies globally, gained over 5 billion streams in the process despite releasing in 2002, predating streaming platforms. Until I Collapse from the album remains the best-selling non-single of all time in the United States and 5th most streamed track from the 2000s on Spotify. What's your favorite track from the Eminem Show? And while some artists make false claims about selling 20 million records, there's Eminem with single songs that have topped 20 million globally. And now we move on to the latest on MMLP 20. Eminem tweeted about it and included a phone number with the caption, "I'll hit you back." And fans have been getting this automated reply from Eminem's number via text. Yo, it's M. Hit the link to get added to my contacts. I'll be back with the plans for next week. And what exactly is the plan for next week? And while we wonder about that, international fans look to be left out of this with a comical message where Eminem states that he can't text your country while texting back in the process. It states, "Damn, sorry I can't text your country yet, but sign up for my email list to stay up on the latest." And this has created a wave of responses like this from international fans. There, mister, I'm too good to text my international fans. But the big question from all this is, what does Eminem plan for next week? MMLP 20 merchandise or something more interesting? Share your thoughts on this and the other topics covered in the comments section. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.